Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik and welcome to the final episode of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Demise has been revived in the past, so we only have one thing left to do. We have to go defeat him. So, once we enter this portal, there is a 0% chance that we'll be able to leave unless we are able to vanquish our foe. I am ready to proceed. I've saved the statue directly behind me as well, so I don't need to keep running up to the nearest stool and, regenning and stuff every time I fail. We'll be here a while, I presume, but, it's fine. Let's make the most of it. So, away we shall go. Ah, so you decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such misplaced valor, human. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. The hate for the gods that has boiled in my veins. You will taste all of this in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long you'll manage to remain standing before I take your life. Try to keep it entertaining for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in it is mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, mine to rule. When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow, as I wipe all who oppose me from the face of this world! It won't be long now. At last, the almighty power I've sought for millennia. I will trade the Triforce for my own. And the world shall be under my foot for all eternity. Okay, Demise, nice to meet you, but I would rather not meet my own here. So, I've got to a second phase. It's very difficult. I got there, and then for lack of a better term, died immediately. So I don't know what really lies in that phase, other than the fact it looks quite kind of cool. But for this phase, kind of got it down to a science. I want to be coming out of this one with more than one heart like I did last time, and I think I've got that down as much as I can. So he starts dealing 2 hearts of damage per hit at some point. Not too great, but the strategy here is basically to almost bait his parries into a point where he thinks you're going to attack one direction, and then you attack him from a different direction. It's like Girahim, but like you actually got to get like parried. It's weird. It's very weird. But it's fine. It's fine. So again, we've only been hit once. I'm going to get Jinx and do that again. Yep, okay. See, it's like you can come in and he immediately will start being funny with you. It's curious, but it's fine. Again, what we're going to do is just play it safe, play it cool. Backflip if you think he's going to attack, which typically after one hit to himself he will. I'm aware there's a way to beat this according to shield bashing or something, according to my friend who actually knows about Zelda. Ooh, I can't tell if that was a hit or a complete miss. But yeah, no, you can like allegedly shield bash him and stuff, but I much more prefer the art of the backflip. Link's got to get his acrobatics exercising somehow. Apparently Demise is not a fan of acrobatics. Ah! Okay, I locked myself into a longer attack animation and consequently got cooked, it would appear. But it doesn't matter. I will take only having lost 3 hearts. And this is where I got last time, but I was on 1 heart, so 1 hit I was done for. This is uncharted territory, so you have the quirky lightning sword. Okay, that's not the intended. I assume I meant to sidestep that potentially? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, see, this is what I mean with his, like, antics and what have you. But, okay, so we can also get Skyward Strikes, and they apparently prove extremely effective against him. Oh, what the fuck, game? Oh, okay, okay. So if I'm able to get a sword strike in, which doesn't seem to be impossible, what I can do is, ooh, and okay, why did I have a feeling that you would dodge? Okay, come on, let's go again, then! Let's go again! Okay, okay! Sayonara, mother sucker! Oh, come on. Come on, really? Oi, that was my lightning! Oi, my camera angle! Give me my camera angle! Game! No. I simply refuse! Ka-chow! Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I've ever known. This is not the end. My hate never perishes. It's born anew in a cycle with no end. I will arise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall it forever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time. And I do believe that thing is known as Ganondorf. I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King. His residual consciousness has been absorbed into the Master Sword, and is now sealed away. You've done well, Neremik. Neremik, thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over. You did jack shit for most of the game, like, sorry to ruin your moment, but you have done nothing. You on the other hand, nice going, you two. You guys were totally amazing in this little adventure I like to call the Adventure of Gross. That's a little joke. Joke or not, your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Oh, well, you know, just glad I could make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Hey, so things look pretty sewn up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Granny was really worried about you two. We don't want to keep the old girl waiting in suspense too long. Hi, Leah. Oh, you are a simp-fi. Okay, or perhaps you prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know that you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. I mean, yes, your purpose is fulfilled, and now you're going to have a sorrowful scene where you part with me for all eternity. Master Neremik, you have successfully protected the Goddess Reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword, into the sword, and enter a sleep without end. Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please set the sword into the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. But no. How will I know if my Wii Remote batteries are running low? No. You may be sad, Link. I'm not. Neremik. You're still here? I thought you were sleeping. Neremik, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first woke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant to her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, Neremik. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates closest to what your people call happiness. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relate to you words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but I wish now to say them for myself. Thank you, Master Neremik. May we meet again in another life. And now it's just a normal sword, I presume. What? Impa, why? Come with us! Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must try and understand why that's not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here. I know that, but... You must return to your own time. I'll take care of the gate once you have passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. But please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent against the world's destruction. The last remnants of Demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten this world again. This is the nature of the task given to my tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lay dormant once again. The knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as you do, I'm sure. Ah, it's like a souvenir. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. So now we're back in the present. And it seems like we'll be staying here for a while. Aha! Subtle. See? I told you we'd meet again. Unequivocally being that stubborn to die, just to tell someone that you told them so? Okay, Imp has immediately been redeemed. Living with that much spite is commendable. Okay, living. Well, you got your bracelet back. Input, thank you. Thank you for everything. Ooh. Okay, these doors haven't opened before, have they? What is it? Huh. Did that room have some significance, or did the doors just open for dramatic effect? I don't know. But that is the game over. I'm gonna see how long this actually took to finish, because we were chipping away at this game for a while. The fact that we actually, what's it called? Finished it is shocking. Because if you want to know, the first episode of this came out December 18th, 2018. But we picked the series up again years down the line on June 5th, 2021, which means it took us just over a year to beat the game. Should that have been the case? Probably not. I'd argue around the time we went on, I'd argue around the time we passed the Ancient System, the upload rate slowed down a bit, but still, a year to beat the remainder of the game that we haven't done yet isn't bad. So, what did I think of the game then? Because, also, is this? Oh. Okay, so on the left is like Zelda's journey that we didn't get to see, I think. Again, it's been a while, but I don't believe we saw this in the game. Yeah, so I assume they're going to show us meeting the Cakewees and whatnot. Okay. Cool, so I'll let that play then. It's like, I don't know, the only thing that really rubs me the wrong way about the game, bar the motion controls sometimes not being perfect, I still click with them. It's more so like Zelda the self and the message of the game. Like, I think I've elaborated on this before. And it's like, sure, Zelda's okay, but I don't like the idea that she was living a perfectly normal life, and then the goddess is like, well, I messed up, I'm nabbing your wife, and I'm hijacking yours, and you can come along as well. You're gonna clean up my mess, and you don't have a say in it. And it's, I don't know, it feels a bit weird, like, it feels like Zelda was a normal person, and then she got, like, overtaken-ish by Hylia near the end. I don't know how to describe it, it just, that bit rubs me the wrong way, where it's like, Zelda could have been a normal person, but then she was, like, hijacked by the goddess. That's the main part that rubs me the wrong way, and that being a central focus bugs me. But that, I vibed with it. I definitely liked Ancient System the best. Like, easily the best dungeon, and best episode of the series. I was losing my voice, and I powered through that entire recording with the Girahim bit. That was literally the best thing I've ever done. And you can challenge me on that. It's like, it's cool. But yeah, no, we did some cool stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure how long these credits go on for, or how long I am due to talk for, but yeah, I am aware that partway through the playthrough of this game, the HD version actually ended up coming out, which earned me more than enough questions of people saying, why aren't you playing the HD version? And the answer, quite literally was, I started it on the standard version. Same thing happened with the Phoenix Wright series. It's like, I did want to finish it, but I'm finishing it on a DS emulator, and I'm not playing the HD version, because I have it on the 3DS, so it's like, bleh. It's like, remasters always like hijacking my Let's Plays, it seems. But, with that said, I don't know, I need to go record another thing, but I think I may take a little bit of a break before I do. Hop on a voice call, de-chill, and then I gotta go do Great Ace Attorney, which is gonna be just peachy, I'm sure. But yeah, no, I'm chilling with this though. Liking little flyover things with all the areas. It's nice, it's groovy. I like it. So yeah, this is Farron Woods. Definitely my favourite place in the game. Like, it had Ancient Cistern, it had Skyview Temple, it had everything. It had, the Lake Gloria, was it? I don't know, I liked Farron Woods the best. Yes, but yeah, I'm not sure how long this is going to go on for. I really hope it's not going to show off every place in the game, because the music sounds like it's going to end, so it's like, I don't want to be here for the whole credits, I'll be honest. I'll be well and truthfully honest. Like, it's taken us, I suppose at a stretch, if you want to push it, 3.5 years to finish this. It's like, I suppose I could wait a little longer on the credits. Like, I guess I could, I guess I could. But it's like, I'm not sure what else there is to say. Obviously we're moving on to the Wind Waker, come next time I feel like recording a Zelda game. So that's in the works. I was tempted to do Breath of the Wild, but I'm going to delay that some more. I'm going to let the game age a little. 'Cause I don't know, the game still feels new to me, and I know there's still a lot of content being made on it, but I want it to be not the same age Skyward Sword was when I Let's Played it, but a little bit older. So that way people can come into it with like a little bit of like nostalgia for it almost, and see someone play it for the first time. And that just seems better for the algorithm, and also I'm feeling Wind Waker more than Skyward Sword, so yeah. Either way, I am being messaged by people. As for what I will message them back remains a mystery. We'll spend the rest of the cut. Okay, well, they are showing off every single place in the game, aren't they? Sheesh. But yeah, no. I'm gonna say, least favourite part of the game by far was probably, I don't know. It's probably the fact that there was no easy way to heal. Like, that bugged me the most, if I'm being entirely honest. But bar that, again, like, I understood, I completely misplayed the game. I did not touch any shields after the first 2 I bought. Potions, I don't think I touched more than I had to for essential story progression. I played the game pretty much sword only, no potions, and like using stools and like naturally spawn hearts to heal, and I still managed to pull through, which I find impressive personally. Either way, there seems to be no more credits on the screen. I just had to... One more. Just get your one more in there. I gotta say, I am vibing with this music though. It's like, oh, this is grand. Yeah, okay, they are. Okay, they are stretching this out more than the ending of the Neremik 2 upload. But yeah, they're showing the Master Sword, so this clearly has to be the last shot in the game, does it not? Also, this cutscene has been lagging. But yeah, Nintendo was the author of the software for the purpose of copyright. All rights reserved 2011. Oh, We started playing this game when it was 7 years old, and we finished it when it is 11 years old. Well, actually, no, I believe the game released in November, but 10 and a bit. It's like, ugh. Freaky, but I promise I will not take an exorbitant amount of time to complete Wind Waker. Results may be pending. But with that said, there is your title card. Game is over. Go home. But yeah, I think it's going to take us to the scene, so I'm going to ask you to do it. If you did enjoy this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, as it all helps out a bunch. Lets me know you want to see more of this, and all that good stuff. But it seems we've got one more thing before the show's over. Ah, so they've moved on to the ground then. Fair enough. Look around us. As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes. And feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet, see the clouds above my head and watch over the Triforce. What about you, Neremik? What will you do now? That's the actual end. So as I was saying before, if you did enjoy, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It all helps with a bunch. Tune in a few days to maybe a week and a half at tops for The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD this time, I promise. Of course, until next time, all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.